If you ask people that struggled in high school, people that totally love telling other people what they have to do, or people with a financial incentive to say yes, then the answer is a definitive yes. This is the "we have to do something" crowd. The rest of the world is somewhere between dubious, maybe, probably, and hopefully. One of the areas of issue is the exact effect of the CO2 and where it is. If you recall the 80s, the issue was spray cans destroying the ozone layer. The ozone layer is one of the things protecting us from the worst part of the sun's radiation. Cities, by nature of a lot of factors, produce a lot of atmospheric ozone. However, that ozone doesn't protect you from radiation, because it isn't in the right spot. In much the same, the CO2 has to be in the right spot. There is a lot of debate on if they are getting the right CO2 in their cleanup efforts. Another point is that most of the methods suggested by the "we have to do something" crowd use a lot of energy and have to be built. These factors create CO2, in many cases more than they could ever hope to reduce. Even when they work as a positive in a small-scale cleanup, they do not scale up to large operations well. People are very bad at opportunity cost analysis. If you don't like that wood cabinets cost $40, you can go cut down your own trees and plane them into boards and make your own cabinets for free, which sounds like a great deal, but you could have sold the wood boards you made for $200. The tree you cut down used to shade your house in the summer time, so now it costs $400 more per summer to cool your home. But the "we have to do something" crowd likes to focus on the free part. The final issue is if it is even matters. Despite what the "we have to do something" crowd likes to tell people, the Earth has been much warmer, and much colder, than it is right now. We aren't even in the middle right now, we are way down on the cool side, and we have been getting warmer for far longer than there have been humans of any significant number on the Earth. From 1350-ish to the later 1800s it is known that the Earth was cooler than it was supposed to be, by a huge margin. The Earth has warmed rapidly since. We don't know why we were colder than we were supposed to be, and 1350-ish goes back before the beginning of accurate record keeping, so we have no idea how fast we are supposed to warm. There is a large number of people that believe that human CO2 production has created the rapid warming, and thus the conversation we are having. Another viewpoint is that we are returning to where we are supposed to be. Regardless of where you fall in the spectrum, it is probably impossible to go back, and extremely impossible to stand still. Is this even a scale we want to try to tip is another question. Too warm has a lot of potentially bad outcomes, but too cold is way worse.